Hi, how y'all doing tonight? It is Wednesday, July 31st, about 11:25 p.m. as of recording this video. One of the reasons I record most of my videos later at night like this is I have less medical personnel coming in and out of my room, doctors, nurses, techs, whatnot. So I don't disturb their work and disturb y'all. Don't really have anything to report about my condition. My podiatrist did come in today and look at my foot, my stump, and he said so far everything looks good and that he's still hopeful we can save the rest of the foot. But it's pretty much still a wait and see. Wait and see if that wound vac makes any real progress. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. That and I'm probably being transferred over to the rehab facility tomorrow. All of that has been set up and finalized. We're just waiting on approval from my insurance. So that's that. I want to say I really enjoy all of y'all's comments. For the most part, they make me feel good. They make me feel like I'm not quite so alone in the small hours. I know I'm not alone. I have my parents, I have my best friend, I have my son. But when I'm actually, by myself, I have a hard time not thinking about this, and I feel alone. And when y'all comment with your prayers and well wishes, it makes me feel not quite so alone, even when I am. So thank you for that. I've had a couple comments that were not quite so nice. There was one or two back on the first video accusing me of online panhandling and saying that was the asking for help on GoFundMe. I should be ashamed of myself. And that as a grown man, I should make my own way. To a point, I agree with that. I take no pleasure or pride in turning to GoFundMe. I wish I didn't have to do that. I'm still looking for alternative means of getting some help. One problem I face is because I get my Social Security checks. Most of these programs, including those affiliated with the hospitals or with churches or with the county, tell me that I make too much money to qualify for said programs. It always makes me a little incredulous, puts me in disbelief, because the money that I get is really not enough to live on, let alone deal with all these other extenuating issues, and that doesn't seem to matter. None of these programs take into account what goes out, only what comes in. And honestly, with the cost of living these days, groceries, fuel, mortgage, utilities, everything has gone up astronomically in the past couple of years. You would think that they would not consider what we, those of us who have to survive on Social Security, make as being too much to qualify for most aid programs, but it seems it is. Just like our checks, just like the checks of every working stiff out there, groceries, gas, commodities, utilities, mortgage, rent, all that stuff has gone up through the roof, but none of our paychecks have. We're still making the same amount of money we were a couple of years ago, most of us, and doesn't cut it anymore. So I have turned to GoFundMe because I couldn't find any other alternative. Like I said, I'm not proud of it. But despite the fact that I'm not proud of it, I have had several people that have donated and helped me out. And I'm proud of other people, because there's other people out there willing to help folks out that are down on their luck for one reason or another. It makes me feel like the world isn't full of selfish, self-absorbed asshats like you would think when you turn on the news. And while again, I'm not proud of doing GoFundMe, I'm proud to know that there are people out there willing to help. I'm humbled by it. I'm thankful for it every day. And yeah, I don't enjoy doing it, but I'm so thankful that there are those of you out there that are able and willing to help. I would very much like to make my own way. I had a pretty good job several years ago. I was working for Terminex Pest Control in the commercial division, which means I didn't do houses. I did businesses of every shape and variety. Everything from convenience stores to warehouses to office buildings to airports to state park facilities. I did do apartment complexes, which was not fun for me because, I don't like going into people's private spaces, which is why I was happy that I wasn't doing residential. Doctor's offices, nursing homes, did it all. And Terminex was a really good company to work for. They took really good care of us employees. I worked with a great group of guys. My service manager, Robert, was a great guy. He always took care of the service techs and helped us out and stood by us and behind us when he had to. There were several techs that I worked with. A guy named Jeff from down in Daytona. He was a really great guy. He was originally from New York. Had that New York accent and suave about him. He became a good friend of mine, and he taught me a lot. Rob, our most senior tech, he was pretty much a pest control wizard. And you think pest control, it's kind of like a lowly profession, and all you do is spray bugs. No, that's not what pest control is about at all. Not really. Not if you're really trying to get rid of the problem. Really good group of guys. And I had been working for the company for about 5 years, and the rule in pest control is you have to work as a licensed technician for 3 years, and then you could apply for what's called a certified operator's license. With a certified operator's license, you can go into a management position, like service manager, like Robert was. You can also open your own pest control business. And that was kind of my goal, because I live in Florida. Pest control is a very lucrative business here, and it is a business that will never run out of work. There will always be more work than every company in the area can handle. So my original plan was to work for them for a few years and then go ahead and try my hand at striking out on my own. I was setting up a business plan. I was getting an idea of the kind of work I wanted to do and specialize in. I was coming up with how I wanted to set up my personal service truck. I was pretty set on that, and I thought that I could make a pretty good, honest living for myself with my own business. But then the cancer came back at stage 4 in 2017, and Doc said, you can't work through it this time. It's more aggressive. Treatment's going to be more aggressive. So yeah, I had to quit. I didn't quit. I was laid off. Like I said, they took really good care of me there. They didn't just fire me. They laid me off. I went through their first the short-term and the long-term disability programs. And a really good friend of mine and my dad's. My dad worked there for 2 or 3 years as well. A good friend of ours is now the service manager for our old branch, and I'm pretty sure that if I could, he would get me back on, and I would, love to go back, because like I said, I enjoyed it. It was challenging work. It wasn't repetitive. You had to think your way through it. It was a new problem every day that you had to solve, and spray and pray was never the answer. We focused on actually solving problems for people, and a lot went into it. So yeah, that was the plan, at least until I could get the capital up for my own shop restoring classic cars, which never happened. And I have goals. I don't plan on living on disability for the rest of my life. I'm just trying to get back to a certain health standpoint to where I can go back to work doing, what I know how to do. Someone has said before, get a job working from home. There's all kinds of jobs like that out there. You don't have to just sit on disability. Yeah, but those jobs aren't as prevalent as you would think yet. And all of those jobs entail good computer skills, which I do not have. I hate computers. I'm bad with computers. I type with one finger. Me and computers don't get along. And I have tried to get better at using computers. I can't even play Super Mario on a computer keyboard. So that's why I haven't done that. But I've got some ideas. I've got some plans I want to try to put into practice in the near future as soon as I am physically able. I do not plan on trying to live on GoFundMe, and I do not plan on living on Social Security for the rest of my life. I have goals to better myself and get my life better. I just have to get past some of these hurdles with my health first. Having a third of my foot amputated has made those prospects more difficult. Not insurmountable, but difficult. But I will adapt and I will overcome, as Clint Eastwood says. The reason why I went into this too is last night I received a comment on my last video telling me that I should get right with my deity of choice because I was going to meet them soon. Now, first of all, I don't want any bashing in my comments. Another enjoyable quote from Clint Eastwood from the movie Heartbreak Ridge, which is a great flick, fun flick, is opinions are like your butt. Everybody's got one, and everyone's entitled to one. So I don't want anybody trying to beat somebody else up just because they were nasty or ignorant in the comments. He's got his right to say what he feels. I do think that it was kind of an uncalled for comment. I mean, technically, health-wise, I've been through worse. I fought cancer twice. The first time stage 2, the second time stage 4. And I won both times. I did not walk away from those fights unscarred, unfortunately, but I won. And I still don't know for sure if it's coming back for a third time yet. It may be. I have to go in to see an oncologist, but I have to get through this thing with my foot first. If it's back for a third time, I intend to fight it just like I did the last 2 times. And I intend to beat it just like I did the last 2 times. I may not always beat it. Maybe one day it'll win. But not right now. And that's for sure. It may take me one day, but not today. I don't think that was called for, But again, he's entitled to his opinion. So I wanted to make this video kind of explaining a little bit more about why I am where I am and my reasons for it. And to tell Johnny, if he decides to watch this most recent video, and everyone else out there that might feel like he does, more power to you, bro. You're welcome to your opinion, but you're wrong. And I couldn't care less about what you say or think. I value constructive criticism, and I value suggestions and ideas from good people who can be polite and nice. You know that old saying, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. I'm not going to enforce that. If you want to be an ass in my comments, go ahead. I don't care. You're not hurting my feelings, Sonny Jim. And that's it. That's it for this video. We're getting close to my time limit on my phone. Thank you again to all those that have commented and all the well wishes and prayers. I value every one of you so much. Thank you as well to you, Johnny, for spurring the fight in me a little bit. I appreciate you for that. I don't give a flip about what you got to say, but I appreciate you. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I see new ones all the time. Thank you so very, very much. That's going to help in the long run. Thank you to everyone that has donated to the GoFundMe. I deeply appreciate you, and I'm so very humbled and thankful for what you've done. You've helped out a lot. That link will be in the description should any new viewers, whatever, want to donate. And as I always say, please do not donate if it's going to bother your bottom line. If you can do it without affecting that and you want to, I thank you so much. You have my eternal gratitude. But take care of you and yours first. Thank you again to all of you. It's been a long, hard road, and it's not getting any easier anytime soon. But y'all make the ride a little easier. Thank you so much. Have a good one.